and welcome again to the, final episode of Gotham, but not the final episode of the Gotham After Show, and I'm going to throw that out there now. It's your boy, Devon. We got David, we got Vi, and we got Tommy Beezy. Hey. Honestly, I'm still a little lost and I'm in shock. I don't really know where to start with this episode. I'm not saying it was bad, but I'm not saying it was great either. I enjoyed myself, fiddled my thumbs a little bit, but what the hell happened today?
A lot of stuff happened.
A lot of stuff happened.
Yeah.
It was like one episode representing an entire season of a clusterfucky TV show.
It was.
Like it was like, let's have the grand finale of this season, have a million things going on in it with characters, and you just got to kind of keep track, which has kind of been the whole season of like.
And we got 3 screaming fights. I did like that.
Did enjoy the screaming.
It was like the end of a kung fu movie, you know, where they
all these bosses,
all these
Boss
things
battle.
happen throughout the entire movie. You have all these loose ends, and then they try to tie them all up in the last 5 minutes.
In one huge boss battle.
Yeah.
So let's start off with, as I have always said since episode 1, Penguin eat fish. Right. In this case, Penguin throw fish off the top of a random building in the middle of water that I didn't know existed and get up and shout, "You're the king of Gotham."
Right. You know what's so funny is Tommy said that right before he said it. Tommy's a writer.
He did. He said, watch, he's going to be the king of Gotham.
Tommy goes, I'm king of Gotham! And then it happened. It was great. It was like a Titanic moment. It was like Penguin's Titanic moment.
Now, I'm curious, where did they get those haircuts from?
Ooh.
I love...
And she got bedazzled.
Yeah, like
she got the side of her head bedazzled.
I wonder, like, is she like super tough and she like got them like?
That's what I was thinking. That she got them stuck in there. But I mean, I was trying to find like a meaning for everything. Maybe I just think too deep into it, or anything. I don't really know. And guys, hashtag Gotham AS if you got anything to say, because I don't really know what to think of it. But Selina also got a haircut. Finally, David. And you feel better now?
Well, I mean, the haircut looked better. I mean, than the one that she did have.
Yeah, no, I agree.
David is, of course, our hair correspondent on this show. He's, for all things Gotham haircuts, hashtag David loves hair.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
I loved it.
Maroni?
Oh.
That's how Maroni
That's
goes
what
out?
happens when you only are a guest star on a show. John Doman, Falcone, series regular. David Zsasz, guest star. Gone.
Dispensable. Dispensable. That's what you get for speaking condescendingly to Fish Mooney and calling her babe.
I will say, though, that was a very, what do they call it? Boss-ass bitch? That was a boss-ass bitch move.
Yeah, I dug it.
By Fish right there. It reminded me of Frank Lucas in American Gangster.
Yes.
He was like, you ain't gonna shoot me. And he said, bow, right in the street. That's exactly what I felt right there. And then everybody was just kind of like,
stood there for a sec.
Yeah.
He's dead, so we don't really have to listen to him. Like, we don't have to avenge him.
Yeah, so I was wondering, I'm like, is it just going to be like one of those things where everyone tries to, like, it becomes a shootout? Because I'm just like, Maroni's not there, man. Why don't you just follow Fish? I don't know.
And then, I mean, we got Punisher, a.k.a. Penguin.
Punisher?
We got the Penguin come in with his giant Terminator.
You got all this gunfight, and they're shooting, and nobody dies. And then all of a sudden, Penguin comes in and lays down the whole crew in 10 seconds.
And he did the one-arm
Tommy gun.
And he wasn't
even aiming. He was just going like this.
The weakest wayfish man ever, one-arm Tommy gunned everybody down. Like he was.
Yeah. And the thing is, I'm still curious, what the hell did they do to Butch? Because Zsasz did something to Butch. Butch get no love. Butch got no love. Zsasz did something to Butch. Penguin said, remember how I trained you.
No, that's still Zaz's training.
That's still Zaz's
still
thing?
Zaz's
Okay.
training.
Well, I'm curious to see if this plays out going into season 2, like maybe Penguin starts brainwashing people in some way. Is there some correlation to something he did in the comics, like a penguin paralyzed training or something that we need to know about?
No.
I don't think so.
No? They don't have like no back room in the Iceberg Lounge?
This variation of Penguin that we're seeing is already completely different than the Penguin that's in the comics.
Yeah.
The Penguin in the comics is like, he's not really a mobster, he's more of a thief, and he like kind of runs an underworld type thing like that. And he's always got people. This one's like a straight up cold-blooded killer. He doesn't steal anything, and he's like more of a mobster.
Yeah, and he wouldn't have dirtied.
He stole like cash and stuff.
He wouldn't have dirtied his hands in a one-on-one fight with another mob boss or an underboss.
He would with a small black woman, but not like Maroni or Falcone or that giant 6'8" Italian who suddenly disappeared.
Yeah,
like he was in the hospital. Did he die in the hospital?
Maybe he's getting treatment. Maybe he's getting lap band.
No, yeah. He was the first one to get shot.
Okay, he was the first.
Was he?
So he wasn't bulletproof. bulletproof.
No.
I just assumed bullets couldn't penetrate
I think it
his
would
skin.
take like probably in real life, it would take more than one bullet to take that guy down.
For sure.
It would take a
Unless you give him
harpoon
a header.
and the captain of the ship in Moby Dick to take him down.
Speaking of captain of the ship, can we talk about Fish Mooney's entrance at the top of this
Right?
episode? It was like Washington crossing. What's the name of that
The
famous
Delaware.
painting? Washington crossing the Delaware.
And then
beautiful.
she was eye to eye with Selina Kyle, like they're literally
Yeah.
the same height.
She's like, "Child."
Jada Pinkett, bless your heart.
Good
Yeah,
morning,
she was
child.
like, child, look at my Mother Teresa robe.
Yeah, she still has a black Mother Teresa robe, and she came back in like that, that gunshot wound that she got like 2 weeks ago.
Never
Healed
happened.
up like nothing. Never
And
happened.
the people that she left with just gone. Like,
They
what
just
happened?
disappeared. Oh, but
crazy.
right after that little penguin fight, we did get to see Nygma. I really liked that
Yeah.
scene.
Yeah, yeah.
I
that
don't know
was
what
cool.
it was. I really liked it. It reminded me of Me, Myself, and Irene, the whole Hank and Charlie thing. But like it shows that there's going to be a little bit more range to him than just like, oh, I'm going to leave a riddle and do something
Right.
and then hide.
Yeah.
No, like he might be. Is he schizophrenic?
Yeah, kind of something like that. I'm glad they didn't. I'm glad they didn't like blow the whole Riddler thing wide open this season. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
I thought maybe they were having him 2 episodes ago kill the other officer. I thought maybe it was going to be like he's going to become a villain. And I was like, we already got so many. Like, why not have this guy be ambiguous for a while? I mean, he obviously is a murderer, but like,
Yeah.
why not let that be a secret for another season or
Yeah.
half
Yeah.
of the season, and he can maybe be next season's second half villain or whatever. But, so I'm glad they had.
Do you think that Miss Kringle's gonna rat him out, or do you think she's just sniffing around right now?
I almost wonder if like she's gonna be.
His next victim?
Well, I was wondering about that, but she also she seems like she has a dark side herself. So I'm
She
kind of
does.
It's such a
waiting.
weird, like it's still so weird to me, like, and I don't want to sound like sexist or whatever, but like she's clearly a super hot actress that they're purposely putting these weird horn rim glasses on, but they always put her in a tight dress. They did that over the butt shot where they shot
They go over the shoulder, over the
they
butt.
framed her ass into the shot and then shot him like. She's a sex pot on the show,
Yeah.
but yet wears these glasses and has like
She's
a
like
weird
Velma from
kinda-
Scooby-Doo.
Right.
All
So
of a sudden-
Secretly hot.
they're gonna unleash the freak in Miss Kringle
Oh,
at
dear.
some point.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
she's gonna have
gosh,
her own bitch cat fight where they're on top of each other, slapping each other like
God.
it's a bad
Oh.
cheerleader
Her and
music.
Barbara might be echoing.
Yeah, you're talking about The Shining that we
go.
saw busting through the bathroom door right there.
Seriously.
That I was,
Here's
as you said,
Barbara.
Tommy, I was mildly aroused by that fight. I
I
don't really know
enjoyed
why.
that fight quite a bit.
I did too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, rolling around with tight
But
skirts. And
that's the weird thing. So Barbara killed her parents.
Yeah.
Barbara killed her parents. Barbara is Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, she is.
So where do we go from here? Is she
Yeah,
just
let's
going to be
just-
locked up in Arkham Asylum, or
She could be a potential villain now, I guess, on the show. Like,
That
I mean,
would be
she
interesting.
could go to Arkham, and then she could develop some persona.
Uh-huh.
But
She could become the mother of Harley Quinn.
oh,
Oh no!
was that was actually very kind of cool. when
that's
you think about
probably
it.
the best idea I've heard. Because like,
Yeah.
at this point, I don't know where you're gonna go with that character.
I
Exactly.
don't.
You have.
What do you do with it?
Just when I thought that they have made Barbara completely irredeemable, they make her try to kill Leslie Tompkins.
I
I'm
thought-
just like, it can't get worse. What is she going to try to do next?
I thought she was going to try to sleep with her. Honestly, the way she was like, I can talk
what
to
happened
you.
to
and
Montoya? For
and Mr.
Christ's
Christmas.
sakes?
And
what
Ivy
happened to the
Pepper.
Black Christmas?
What? Where did these people go?
It's
Montoya,
gone. No, don't bring
gone.
them back. We have enough. We have enough. We have enough.
I think that Barbara's going to not end up in jail for very long because they're going to say she was driven insane by the ogre.
Yeah.
And she's going to get she'll be in a mental health treatment thing, but she'll never quite be cured. And then one day she'll do something over the top crazy, however long this show goes. And Jim will have to shoot her off the top of a building or something like
And
that.
then they'd be like, I'm the king of.
He's like, I'm
this
the king of
alleyway."
Gotham, and I will name my daughter after this crazy bitch.
I know. He still might end up with a daughter named after her.
And shout out to a couple of the Twitter pages that have been with us since day one. Gotham Addicts, Gotham Army, TV Tag Gotham, and our UK friends out in Gotham on 5. Hopefully they've been watching consecutively with the episode.
They're
'cause
gonna
I don't
see
wanna
this
have any
in
spoilers.
August.
Yeah, so see you guys whenever this time happens.
Yeah.
But one more thing. So we got Jim Gordon, okay, and we got Bullock. Now we got to give Bullock some love,
Yeah.
okay, because
Oh,
he hit
love
us with a
Bullock.
couple of one-liners this episode that I enjoyed. Like when they walked in and they saw Lee on top of Barbara, I thought he was gonna say something funny and witty, but he was just kind of like, "I told you that bitch was crazy." That's like the one line the best friend always says when
Yeah.
you find out some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that Falcone father figure moment, that was kind of touching.
I really liked that.
I did too. And I feel like that's going to come back to play. Like, I feel like it's Jim might get into some trouble later on. Falcone's will be like, you know what? You're Gordon's boy. I got you. Come over here to my southern house and drink some of this diabetic tea, and then go back on your way.
Diabetic tea.
You ever had some of that southern tea that's like 99% sugar?
Oh, yeah, sweet tea.
I was like,
I thought
diabetic.
that was like a medicinal tea. Like, this is how we treat diabetics.
Not at all, not at all.
I want to point out that it was a cool parallel between Falcone saying that, like, telling Gordon that his dad was a good man, but he still carried a knife.
Yeah.
With, like, Lucius telling the little bat that, like, his dad, you know, was a good man, but, like, he still has, like, a stockpile of army weapons underneath his study.
Well, no, see, that's the thing. What is that room? Because I heard the bats. You heard the bats.
I heard the bats flapping.
We heard the bats.
What if it's
y'all heard the bats? Everybody heard the
What
bats.
if it's just a beautiful bat belfry? Like, he's just a bat. He's like, this is my bat garden. Come down.
Maybe.
I love bats. I'm Thomas Wayne, bat enthusiast.
Okay.
This is all weird photos of him with the bats.
That would be amazing. But, I mean, and I'm going to ask you this specifically. For,
He's lost his thought. Look at that face.
Are you getting a taste of Thomas Wayne
As a Batman?
Like the red-eyed Punisher type Batman? You think that they probably went with? Because we got to see his face in the
from
picture.
everything that they've done with this show so
Yeah.
far in the characters, I'm pretty. They'll probably do something like that with Thomas Wayne.
Because there was no mention of like a past
You don't just
Bat Crusader. Or
Find the Batcave already made.
Already made, yeah.
And you're like 11 years old.
I
Yeah.
still think it's going to be applied science.
I hope anyway.
Well, there were stereos down there, and I don't think there was ever like stereos in the Batcave. Because remember, we pushed the button, he was like, "Oh, stereos."
Oh,
it was playing like a little song.
Remember,
Yeah.
he always said that
The door was locked,
The door
the
was
music
locked,
was
classic
playing.
because he might have been building shit down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he might have been like, "Zzz,
Oh,
utility
baby.
belt, bat with grappling hook,
Yeah.
For spelunking and stuff, right?
bat
But
grenades."
it's just, it really is like every single bad guy. And then if we make Thomas Wayne had already like even if we get the applied sciences instead of a full-on Batcave, it's like he was already taking steps toward being a vigilante. It's like every single bad guy and every single good guy now. Like it's all a family business. The parents are always what started it, and
That's an American tale, you know. Families start businesses together.
Yes.
No, I don't even know if he is doing it to be a vigilante or was doing
Well,
it
I
to be a
think so.
vigilante.
Maybe if we want to go all the way back to the beginning of the season, Falcone told him he knew Thomas Wayne and they protected the city together.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Falcone knew
David.
everybody's daddy.
Oh, David. That was. I
Remember-
forgot about that.
That was like what, episode 2 or 1?
I
or
think
something
so,
like
yeah.
that? And he was like, yeah, they ran the city together. They protected it in their own way together.
Yeah.
By the way, the murder of Martha and Thomas Wayne, forgotten about
Yeah,
for 9 episodes.
Completely.
Forgotten about.
Like
Completely
Bruce
forgot.
Wayne forgave, like he shook Gordon's hand and was like, "I relieve you of your pledge or your vow
Yeah.
or whatever like that." And they're like, "Cool, great. Well, we'll just let Mario Pepper go down for that."
Yeah.
Then.
Right.
Poor Mario.
And we'll forget about Ivy Pepper.
She'll come back. She's just watering her plants. You know, plants
Yeah.
take a long.
I hope
weird.
she's doing okay.
Plants take a long time to grow.
I'm hoping in season 2 we do get that time jump though. I want to see some age difference.
I kind of do want that too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I want to see I don't know, maybe like a 16, 17-year-old Batsy, you know, time to go off.
Yeah.
You know, he might disappear for season 2, honestly. Because doesn't he have that long span where he's gone and getting...
But we don't have to have that long
Yeah.
span if we do a time jump.
Yeah, but I mean,
We
like,
could
even if
straight-
he gets older, he's still got to go.
And you know what? With the way that it is, I don't think they need to involve League of Assassins and all that stuff. Like, you got Alfred, so
Yeah.
I know,
I
right?
think at this point, like, you could come back and Bruce is like 16, maybe almost 17-ish, and like he's out doing vigilante stuff, but he ain't Batman yet. Like, and like Alfred's like slowly training him. Like, maybe he'll go out and get his ass whipped a couple times. Stuff
Shout
like
out
that.
to Daredevil on Netflix, because that sounds exactly like what you're describing right now.
Well, yeah. Well, basically, except like kind of like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, guys, as always,
Like
please
Batman
let us know.
Year
what-
Zero
Yeah.
would be a good example.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You
okay.
interrupted him. He's really mad at you.
It is okay.
We gotta focus here.
But guys, as always, please subscribe on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, and let us know what you think, because as you can tell, we are completely lost right now. That was a pretty good finale. You know, it was there. It existed. It happened. We watched it. I hashtag Gotham AS and hashtag Stump David if you have something you want to request from him personally. David Fichtenmayer. Okay, yeah, make the face one more time. That's the face right there you're going to get every time. So guys, don't move. We'll be right back right after this.
Just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
Just in case you missed it live.
Oh, just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live, I'm doing something right now.
So we're all super excited.
This is dancing.
So what would that be, like a 7?
I cannot. I literally cannot. You guys have got to get it together.
Don't hate the player, don't hate the game. Hate the contract you didn't get.
He's a coward. He's a giant chicken shit.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's going to be like hurricane. Whoa.
Watch out for those girls. They are gagging them.
Hold the phone.
Hold on.
Bro.
Ben, the more brutal you are, the more power you have.
Right.
That was sexy. It was hot. It was heated. I was into it.
You are gonna be the most high-paid hooker in the world.
Go ahead and invite your friends and everybody. Tell your mama. Tell them, go ahead and turn the stove off and get up on the computer so we can get on theStream.tv.
Thank you again for joining us, and until next week, bye-bye.
Thank you for not moving after that finale and that first half of the Gotham After Show. Welcome back. We're going to get to some fan questions and some live YouTube shout-outs that I just realized we don't have. So we're going to get straight to the fan questions, okay? Fan question number 1 comes from @Mr_Farrington. Ooh, another riddle.
Yay!
One touch from me will bring you to your knees and leave you with an itch to which you can see.
Well, my detective partner David answered this already.
Oh.
We discovered the answer together because I also thought it was poison ivy. But David tweeted back, and we have confirmation from our friend that it was in fact poison ivy. His answer. Now, being brought to your knees by poison ivy.
I was thinking it was actually going to be an STD.
That's what I thought that as
Well, obviously, you've never had bad poison ivy.
I have.
Okay.
It's awful.
Like, I mean, I remember Boy Scouts, when you
Yeah.
have to go poop in the woods, and I used poison ivy to wipe. It was the worst
I
thing
feel like
ever.
everyone in Boy
Oh,
Scouts
on your
has that story.
butthole. Aw.
Like nobody learned from others' advice. They were
That's
just
why
like,
I
"Just
didn't do
grab it."
Boy Scouts, only for that reason. I was real interested, but I was like, I can't wipe with
Well,
poison
they
ivy.
didn't have Boy Scouts in the hood. We sold Snicker bars for like $9.
And you got badges for that?
Yeah, exactly. So, on to fan question number 2 from @BetaArtemis. Alfred still owes Fish a favor, so now with this war, could she call on him? Well, Beta, I wish I would have realized what happened before I said this question, because now we think Fish might be dead. It's a cliffhanger death.
I don't know.
It's
You
one of
throw
those
fish into
big-
water, they swim.
That's what I'm saying. And
Yeah, I
she's done a
mean-
lot of swimming from that island. So
It was a very ambiguous death. I mean,
Yeah.
I know she's not coming back for season 2, but
Or
maybe
so she said.
You never know if she could do like a
no,
guest
she would
star.
probably, yeah, exactly.
She probably
come
wanted to
back as
keep
like a
it-
guest star type
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think, because now Penguin's got no rivals.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Maroni's dead. Falcone's like retiring. Fish is gone.
If she comes back,
She's gonna have to come back like at least one episode because
Yeah.
like something's gonna have
Rivals
to rub
will
against
rise up,
Penguin.
though. Like, and Falcone says he's gone, but like, he might.
And I'm sorry though, Fish with that haircut and the push-up bra was looking too good this episode.
yeah, no,
Right?
for sure. For sure,
right?
she's looking good.
I was like, oh, boobies. I said, oh, you
did say that.
I did say it. I said it a few
Dude,
times.
we had to ask
actually.
you to stop
I did say
'cause
that.
It got real weird.
Yes, it did. But if she does come back, I think she will call on Alfred for that favor. I don't think he'll necessarily use it because Alfred is a badass.
Yeah.
But Gordon still owes Penguin another one. Remember, he used one
Yeah.
and released him. He still got one more. It might come back to bite him. Because remember, Falcone got his back, though, and Penguin always had to give Falcone. So we'll see.
I also think that the Commissioner Loeb is going to
Yeah.
be a big adversary next season.
Maybe.
Because now Gordon has seen him physically being corrupt and leading Maroni's men into the
And what was the
hospital.
line that he said? What was the line?
Take
I'm
me
taking
all
you
Hope,
yours.
no. Hope is for losers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hope is for losers. That's my new favorite.
So if
Gotham
you
quote.
have hope, that means Superman is a loser because his
Yeah.
symbol means hope.
Yeah.
But I don't think you're a loser, Superman. You're awesome.
We love you, Superman.
And we're excited for your movie coming out with Batman.
We love you so much, Superman.
We do.
So proud of you.
Please, no injustice. On the fan question number 3 from @Dre5DS. Can you see them introducing metahumans in season 2 to explain Clayface and other superpowered baddies? Particle accelerator? What?
Oh.
You gonna reference the Flash to me? How dare you? I love you, you son of a bitch. Okay. Well, hopefully that wasn't a child. I apologize if I called you that. If you're over 18, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. But you know how I get when to talk about the Flash. Okay, don't do that to me. But that would be a cool thing. I mean, I think with Clayface, his thing was the whole face creams or whatever he would use. He was like an actor or
It was
something.
a chemical thing.
Yeah, and it was a chemical base, and it messed him all up, and then he became like a big thing of. He was like Muck from Pokemon.
Yeah.
Well, see, a lot of Batman's villains that had superpowers weren't really supernatural in nature.
Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
always scientific in
Yeah.
nature.
Yeah.
So I think they're trying to. I mean, who knows? This is Gotham. They probably won't explain anything. But
It was his dad. His dad had the condition.
Yeah,
That's how it works.
Yeah, his dad blew up a particle accelerator in a Batcave.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Or
and
I'm
it
telling
went into
you,
Gotham's water supply.
You know what? Since we're talking about the Flash and particle accelerator, Flash point paradox, when he goes back in time, it makes the ripple effect. Maybe that could be what affected the dad to become that Batman character. It's probably not going to go exactly the way Flashpoint Paradox did, but
I don't think those two shows are connected.
you never know, because we really don't know. They have stereo systems and they have record players. They got cell phones and they have daggers. Like, we don't really know the time a lot. They had Tommy guns, and then he came out with like a military grade.
That was a M249 machine gun. It weighs like 35 pounds, by the way.
Veteran right here.
And
Veteran guys.
There's
right
his
Is that the one that
dress
Penguin's
like
using
porn
with one
stars
hand?
Yeah.
in
That was the
Gotham.
one that he's.
They wear like
I carried
sexy
that
nurse
thing
outfits.
around for 18 months on one shoulder, and I'll tell you what, you ain't one hand in that thing, Penguin, like this. It's just not
Especially
possible.
him, he's like 110 pounds soaking wet.
It's just not happening.
So I'm just saying there could possibly be some correlation in an alternate timeline. I'm just saying
Could.
that would be awesome. I doubt it,
Yeah.
but you know, I would love to see the Flash just pop up in Gotham for no apparent reason because that would make me happy.
But it's never going to happen.
But it's probably never gonna
I
happen.
just think they'll probably explain things scientifically. Like,
Yeah.
Which I would like.
I mean, I think the only way at this point they introduce a villain that we'd have to do supernatural thing is either Killer Croc or, God, what's his-
Man-Bat.
Well, no, my Man-Bat is scientific.
That's true.
In origin. I'm thinking of the big zombie guy. What's his name?
Solomon Grundy.
Yeah, Grundy.
Born on a Monday.
Solomon Grundy.
Born on a Monday.
That would have to.
That would be awesome. I mean, he'd have to be like Hulk size, which I don't know if that's in the budget, but.
They're just gonna re-bring that guy back who's like 6'8" and 500 pounds.
Oh, and he'll be solid. What was his name? What was his name?
It was
Hashtag
like
Gotham
Big-
AS.
Big Tommy, right? It was
Yeah,
like
that guy was
something.
great.
But what was his real name could have been like Solomon.
Solomon.
That'd be because what day was it when he got shot? Was it Monday? No, I'm just playing. I don't know. But Vi, I
like it,
know
like
you
the
have some
conspiracy theory.
shout outs right
yeah,
there.
I want to say hi to some folks who are hanging out in the chat room again. Mr. Eli Mack, haven't seen you in a while. Cursed Sniper, George Farrington, Fuckwad, whatever that other like it.
Quad's my
Fuckwad.
boy.
Fuquad?
Fuquad watches Geek 360. He's my boy.
Hey.
Sweet.
Love
Cornell
Fuquad.
Wilson, Isaac Cobbins, Peggy Payton. What's up? Thanks for chilling in the chat.
And
Spice
all of-
Nug, we miss you.
We miss you, Spice Mug. Where
We
are
miss you, Spice Mug. We miss you.
Where are you?
And everybody in the chat and watching right now, subscribe to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, as I always say. And don't forget Legions of Gotham, that website, pretty awesome. Before the Bat, which is a Gotham podcast.
At Bam Smack Pow.
At Bam, Smack, Pow.
Love those guys.
All the time. And at Superhero Feed. I talk to them all the time, and they're really good with all the superhero stuff. You know, we're the homies. You know what I'm saying? We follow back. I didn't even ask for it. We're just friends like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You guys just connected on a level, you know?
Always.
You guys are like
Intimately.
this.
But guys, I know this is the last episode. Wait, we're like, what? You little nasty. But guys,
Where's that deviant art again?
right? Oh, with the wolf. Woo, y'all remember that? Yeah, go see that again. But I know this is the season finale of Gotham, but it's not the season finale of Gotham AS.
That's right.
Next Monday, we're going to have the Gothies again, but this time for the entire season.
Super size.
Super size. It's going to be real. I'm excited. I don't know why. I think I had too much sugar before we started.
It's gonna be like the Golden Globes. Everyone's gonna be
Even
hammered.
better.
It's going to be the platinum gold.
Yeah.
Should
Okay.
we be hammered? Hashtag Gotham AF.
Oh,
What
don't
should we
forget
do for
that
the
drunk
Gothies?
game that we had. I forgot
Oh,
the guy
yeah,
who
the
sent it to
drinking
us. We
game.
have that drinking game. If you're old enough to drink while you're watching, please feel free to participate. So guys, as always, it has been a pleasure. Yes. So what we want you to do is now, when you go home, do what I'm gonna do. Look up Batman's Batman's Arsenal. It's an encyclopedic chronicle written by Matt McNabb.
Yeah.
Okay? Don't forget to check that book out on Amazon. On sale now. It went out last time when I said it came out. That was the time it came out. I don't remember what episode that was.
It was last week.
It was last week.
Charlie
Last
Murphy,
Monday.
that was hours ago.
Charlie Murphy, that was hours ago. So guys, see you guys next week at the Gotham Athletes. Devin, David, Vi, Tommy, deuces.
Goodbye. I miss you so much.
Join the conversation for your favorite TV shows. Hit us up on theStream.tv or subscribe on the YouTube channel. Also, don't forget, send us all your questions and everything on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever social media you got. If you don't got one, send a pigeon with a letter. We're going to be right here.